Hi all, today we are going to study about speed control in DC drives. The speed control techniques in the case of a DC motor are broadly classified into three. They are actually armature voltage control, field flux control and armature resistance control. Among these three methods, the armature voltage control is actually the most preferred one. This is because of their high efficiency, good speed regulation and better transient response. In armature voltage control, we will be achieving the speed control by varying the voltage across the armature terminals. Since the maximum voltage which can be applied across the armature is the rated voltage, the only method by which the speed control can be achieved is by reducing the voltage below the rated voltage. Hence, by this method, we will be able to achieve only the speed control below rated speed. This is actually the disadvantage of this armature voltage control. Here you will be able to see the mechanical characteristics in the case of separately excited DC motor and a DC series motor. First we will analyze the case of a separately excited DC motor. The mechanical characteristics in the case of a separately excited DC motor and a shunt motor are almost similar. We have explained it with their derivation, with the corresponding derivation in our previous video session. Why the separately excited DC motor or DC shunt motor are having this characteristic that is almost very much similar to a straight line parallel to the x-axis, and why the series motor are having this particular characteristics. All these things are explained in our previous video session. You may refer there. So while observing the mechanical characteristics in the case of a separately excited DC motor, here you will be able to see that whenever you are reducing the voltage, the speed for a corresponding torque or for a particular torque, if you are trying to reduce the value of voltage, the speed also gets reduced. Here we are only doing the control of speed below the rated speed because the voltage can be controlled only below the rated voltage. Similarly, if you are taking a constant torque point in the case of this characteristics also, suppose if you are taking a constant torque point here, then corresponding to that torque, the velocity will be decreasing with the value of the reduced voltage. That is, the velocity will be maximum when we have applied the rated voltage. When we have applied a reduced voltage of value V1, definitely the speed for the same torque has been reduced. Similarly, if you have further reduced the voltage to V2, definitely the speed also gets reduced further. The relation between, in the case of this separately excited DC motor, when the speed control is achieved by armature voltage control, the DC supply which is being provided across the field winding is maintained a constant one. Next we are going to see the field flux control. In the case of a field flux control, we will be reducing the value of flux to increase the value of speed because speed is inversely proportional to the flux. So whenever flux is getting reduced, the value of speed goes on increasing. So this particular method of speed control is mainly employed where the speed control required is to achieve a speed greater than that of the rated speed. That is, this field control technique is employed for achieving the speed control above the rated speed. Here if you are seeing the mechanical characteristics of separately excited DC motor and series DC motor. In the case of separately excited DC motor, consider a constant torque point. Here this is actually the rated speed corresponding to the rated flux. Now I have reduced the value of flux from phi r to phi 1. So while reducing the value of flux from phi r to phi 1, definitely the value of speed for a corresponding torque will be increased because speed is inversely proportional to flux. Similarly, while reducing the value of flux further from phi 1 to phi 2, again the value of speed gets increased to the new speed. So from this characteristics, it's very clear that whenever we are trying to reduce the value of flux, the value of speed can be increased, and if we are trying to reduce the value of flux less than that of the rated flux point or the rated flux value, then definitely the speed above the rated speed can be easily achieved. Similarly, in this case also, consider a constant torque point and reduce the value of flux. Definitely the speed corresponding to the reduced flux will be larger than that corresponding to the rated flux condition. Unlike armature voltage control technique, in field flex control, we will be able to achieve the speed control above rated speed also. I very clearly mentioned in the previous slide that in armature voltage control, we will be able to achieve the speed control only below the rated speed. The next technique which is used for achieving the speed control is by varying the value of armature resistance. The value of armature resistance can be varied by adding an external resistance in series with them. So whenever an external resistance is added in series with the armature resistance, definitely the value of the armature resistance, the total value of the armature resistance gets increased. When the value of armature resistance is increased, from the standard relation of speed, that is speed is directly proportional to V minus Ia Ra divided by phi. So when you are trying to increase the value of the armature resistance, definitely the numerator as a whole gets reduced. Hence the value of speed also gets reduced. You will be able to see that from this characteristics. See, this is actually the armature winding resistance. Consider a constant torque point and you are gradually increasing the value of the resistance which is being added to the armature. So while considering in this direction, the resistance keeps on increasing. So you take a constant torque point. In the direction of increasing resistance, you will be able to see that the speed keeps on falling. Similarly, that can be explained with the case of series DC motor also. Whenever the armature resistance is increased, consider a constant torque point, you will be able to see that at this point the resistance is more comparing with this point. Similarly, at this point the resistance is further larger. So it's very clear that if you are considering a constant torque point, as the resistance goes on increasing, the speed keeps on falling. This is not actually an efficient method because the speed control is achieved by wasting some amount of power as heat dissipation in the external resistance which is being added to the armature. This method of speed control is mainly employed in a place where the time for speed control is very small comparing with the total time of operation. That is, while considering the case as traction as an example, in the case of a traction, the speed control, the time for speed control is very small comparing with the total operation time of the traction. So in such sort of applications, this particular method of speed control is employed. Next, we are going to see the constant torque and constant power operation. These are actually very important. Usually in almost all the previous year university question papers, this characteristics is being asked, that is constant torque and constant power operation. See, whenever the speed control is achieved below base speed, we will be using the armature voltage control. This armature voltage control operation is said to be a constant torque one. And whenever the speed control is required above base speed, we will be using field control. In field control method of speed control, the torque is not said to be, or the torque is not a constant one. From the standard relation of torque, that is T is equal to 0.159 phi z Ia into P by A, we very well know that torque is directly proportional to phi Ia. When the speed control is achieved using armature voltage control at a speed which is less than that of the rated speed, the flux is said to be a constant one. So from the standard relation of the torque, while considering the flux to be a constant one, we can easily write that torque is directly proportional to Ia. Ia is actually the current which is flowing through the armature. Since the current which is flowing through the armature will have a maximum value, or it will be having a capping of rated current, because in no way it is not suggested to increase the current or loading of a motor for a particular value of current above the rated speed. It is not a preferred choice. So the maximum value of armature current which a DC motor can have is actually its rated current. Hence the torque which will be produced, which is actually directly proportional to Ia, that will be also having a maximum value corresponding to the rated current. So the maximum allowable torque when we are using this armature voltage control to achieve a speed control below base speed also said to be a constant one. That's why this particular mode of operation is said to be a constant torque one. While considering this field flex control, In this case, the relation for torque is directly proportional to phi Ia. Since the speed control is achieved by reducing the value of phi, definitely the value of torque also keeps on decreasing. That is, whenever we are trying to achieve the speed above base speed, that particular speed is achieved by reducing the value of flex. So when we are trying to reduce the value of flex, since torque is directly proportional to phi Ia, so when we are trying to reduce the value of flex, definitely the value of torque also keeps on decreasing. This is actually the maximum allowable torque versus speed characteristics. Similarly, we can plot the maximum allowable power versus speed characteristics. As you all very well know about the standard relation that power is equal to torque into omega. So from this characteristics, when we are increasing the speed from 0 to the base speed by using the armature voltage control, the torque is said to be a constant on. In fact, it is not said to be constant on. We have proved that it is a constant torque. Since the speed keeps on varying or speed keeps on increasing from 0 to the base speed, therefore the power also said to be varying because power is equal to torque into omega. Even though the torque is constant, but the speed keeps on increasing, so torque into omega value also keeps on increasing. So while varying the speed from 0 to the base speed, while plotting the characteristics of power, we will be able to see that the power keeps on increasing. Once after the base speed is reached, while increasing the speed further above the base speed by using the field flex control, the torque keeps on decreasing because this particular method of speed control is achieved by reducing the value of flex. So by multiplying the torque with the corresponding values of the speed, you will be able to see that at all these points the power, that is torque into omega, because when the speed is increasing the value of torque keeps on decreasing, so the power will be a constant one. So in the characteristics we will be able to see that above base speed it is working with a constant power, whereas below base speed it is working with a increasing power. So the armature voltage control can be said to be a constant torque mode of operation, whereas field control can be said to be a constant power mode of operation. You must remember this in your mind. You shouldn't get confused between these two. This is usually asked in the previous year's university question papers. You must thoroughly understand the concept, then only you will be able to draw these characteristics correctly in your exam.